Welcome to Tomorrow's World Today, a show dedicated to the discovery of innovation and cutting-edge technology. We showcase the latest developments from the greatest companies and smartest people in the world. Tomorrow's ideas are out there. And through our journey of inspiration, we will create a plan for the park of the future. This is Inventionland World Headquarters. Here now is George Davison.
Hey, Jackie.
Oh, hey, George.
Hey, check this out. My daughter just made this down in the world of creation.
Oh, my gosh. It's an old recycled shoe.
We're gonna go boating this weekend with some friends. She made this as a flower arrangement gift for them.
Oh, okay, that makes a little more sense. I love it. I love that she upcycled that Sperry boat shoe. Cute.
Yeah, me too. Actually, speaking of Sperry, Sperry's doing a lot of really revolutionary things right now. They're doing innovation with all these plastic fibers that are recycled.
Oh, cool.
And they're making whole shoes from it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
So my assistant, Donna, is getting a trip ready. A little, R&R for you.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Well, wait a minute, not rest and relaxation, rest and research.
Okay. So like a creation vacation.
I like the sound of that. Creation vacation, all right.
Yeah.
Well, have a good trip.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it. When I picture hanging out at the beach, I'm usually thinking about connecting with nature. Blue skies, pristine sand, gorgeous ocean waters. But unfortunately, these days, reality just doesn't match up with my fantasy anymore. In 1950, the world's population of 2.5 billion produced 1.5 million tons of plastic. Now jump to 2016, and a global population of more than 7 billion produced over 320 million tons of plastic. With 1 out of 3 fish being caught for human consumption now containing plastic, the question is no longer, are we eating plastic, but rather, how bad for us is that? We need to find innovative solutions for our planet's plastic problem. Sperry is moving the needle on this one step at a time. Literally, they are making shoes that are made from recycled plastic. And that is why I'm starting off in Waltham, Massachusetts. Just how do we go from waste to wearable? I'm heading over to Sperry headquarters to meet up with Adam Meek and Kate Minner to find out.
Hi, welcome to Sperry. I'm Kate.
Nice to meet you, and Jackie.
Adam, nice to meet you.
Hi, Adam. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Come on, let's go see the design studio. I'm really excited to show Jackie the end product, but also really looking forward to showing her the whole process, so how we got from the whole starting point of design and development and product management working together through to what you're going to see in store. So welcome to our design hub. This is where the creative magic happens, and this is Kristen Young, our design director, who designed the Bionic line.
Wonderful. Thank you for having me in your office.
Thank you for being here.
And looking at what is happening in the world, we make sure as a team that we're constantly challenging each other and reviewing, making sure we're using the latest materials, which is ocean plastic waste turned into yarns and making those into shoes, and that's pretty revolutionary.
So how much plastic actually goes into one pair of shoes?
On average, it's around five plastic bottles per pair.
Wow, that's so cool. So how long does it take from bottle to fabric to shoe?
It takes a long time. We've been working on the project for 12 months, and we have to go through the whole process from design ideation all the way through to when we launch in store. And that captures not only the process of making the yarn into the footwear, but also showing our customers and ultimately making sure that it launches in store at the right time for our consumer.
Got it. And Kristen, you are responsible for selecting which colors and which fabrics really go where on the shoes, right?
Yeah, we really wanted to try to play off of, going from the water, going from our heritage, which is rooted in sailing. So taking cues really from how sails are patchwork together, what are the stitch details that you get when it comes to sailing, which is a lot of the zigzag finishing stitch on top for durability. You also see a lot of color mixing, pop color stripes. So we really wanted to capture the overall look of a sail and just translate it right onto a shoe.
Guys, I just love how you are combining heritage with this new technology. Tell me more about this material. I mean, it feels just like normal fabric.
And that's the whole point. In reality, we want to make sure that the consumer is getting a product that is perfect for what they want.
So tell me, Kate, what's it actually like when they're collecting the plastic?
So Waterkeeper Alliance have teams around the world in both populated areas as well as very remote areas collecting this water waste and water plastic. We're super excited. The story is something that we're very passionate about, and I'd love for you to experience it firsthand. And we're doing a beach cleanup down in Costa Rica. Not so bad. And I'd love for you to come along and see how we collect olive bottle and the whole process of how it turns eventually into yarn and then shoes.
I can't wait.
And I'm even more excited that I was able to get you a sneak pair, but the only catch is you have to bring these to Costa Rica.
Deal.
Okay.
Easy. George, Tamara's gonna kill you. You always send her to the snow, and I get to go to the sun and the sand. Well, I'll see you in Costa Rica.
See you there.
Bye.
Well, I made it here to Costa Rica, and the views are stunning. I mean, the coastline is absolutely gorgeous. But then I look over here, and I'm speechless. And it's devastating.
It's terrible, isn't it?
It's so sad.
It's overwhelming, the amount that we see under the layers. There's layers and layers and layers on this beach.
Thank you so much for bringing me down here. I can't wait
I'm
to get
so
involved.
glad you're here. We have so much to do. So I see you got your shoes.
Yep.
We can get you a t-shirt, get you some gloves, and I'm gonna introduce you to Mark from Waterkeeper Alliance.
Awesome. I can't wait to get started. I'm gonna go get changed.
Waterkeeper Alliance is the largest and fastest growing nonprofit focused solely on clean water. We unite more than 300 locally based clean water advocacy organizations all around the world and focus citizen action on issues that affect our waterways, from pollution to climate change. And we're really proud to partner with Sperry. They're a brand that's born of the sea, and they're walking the walk with these shoes. And also, Bionic is a really important partner of ours, and they're an innovative raw materials engineering company that's taking this recovered ocean plastic and turning it into something good.
Welcome, everybody. Today, we are going to find in this beach cleanup a lot of plastic, mainly, that is coming from the currents, the marine currents, and also from the rivers. So if you don't have any other doubt, we can just start and clean this beach up.
So, Mark, how often do you guys do these cleanups? Because I feel like you could do it every single day and you'd still have work to do.
We've got groups doing these cleanups in 44 countries around the world. And this is my first time at this beautiful beach. And it's amazing how gorgeous it is, but all this plastic. Incredible. Hey, Tim.
Mark.
How are you, man?
What's up, man?
This is my friend Tim from Bionic.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Jackie's
you too.
here to learn all about how we're doing these beach cleanups and then how we turn it into Bionic thread and into products that consumers use, like these shoes.
Together with our partner Waterkeeper, we're recovering these plastics from marine environments and transforming them into high-grade fabrics for shoes.
Unfortunately, Tim, it looks like we have enough raw material to make a ton of shoes.
Yeah, it's a serious problem. Right now, we're attacking it at the front line. That's the first line of defense. When we clean the beaches, we collect everything that's there. We do not leave anything behind, any trash behind. And over the time that we've started doing these cleanups, we've started to be able to recycle higher and higher percentages of what we collect. That doesn't mean it's 100%. There's some things that just can't be recycled, but for the most part, we do.
Well, I love the way that you guys are doing it, because if you're turning all of this into fashionable shoes, I think that's brilliant.
We think it's great. We think we get to engage the global public in a world issue. Even if you don't live in an environment like this where it's evident to you, you still get to participate in solving the problem. So that's the whole idea.
I mean, if I can pick up as many bottles as I need to so I can get another cute pair of shoes like this, I'm in. But I'm in for bigger reasons, too.
It was great to have Jackie here today. She's so enthusiastic and passionate about the issue, and the energy she brought to the cleanup was fantastic.
Guys, I can't believe the weird stuff I just picked up. Did you guys pick up anything weird?
Too much.
Too much stuff.
Experts estimate there's about 8 million tons of plastic going into the ocean every year.
8 million tons a year?
This is basically just 2 city blocks of distance that we collected all of this plastic, and we've honestly just, maybe this is half.
Oh my gosh, and there's still so much work to be done, even in this space alone.
Can you imagine what can be collected on all the coastlines around the world, about how many city blocks worth of space that is?
Tim, that's a lot of shoes and other stuff.
We could produce fabrics for days just with what's on the coastlines of Costa Rica.
That's incredible.
I know.
George, taking on the world's problems, I love it. Thank you so much for adding me to the team with Tamara. Guys, our bags are all full.
Yeah, let's get some more and finish the job.
Got it.
Well, what do you guys think? We got 50-some bags this morning.
I love it and I hate it. I hate that there's so much, but I love that we're doing cleanup.
And someone found a plastic heart. Speaking of, what's the weirdest thing we find?
That's pretty weird. Let's see that thing. So, can we make shoes out of this?
Probably not, but we could definitely make something of it.
I guess someone lost their heart in Costa Rica. So what's next?
Well, let's go on to the recycling plant where we're gonna go separate all these materials and start turning them into fabrics.
Hey, George.
Hey, Jackie.
You'll be happy to know that I got right to work on the beach cleanup with the locals.
Way to go. Well, you know, I can't send you all the way to Costa Rica on some creation vacation without a little work.
I was happy to be involved. I still can't get over how much plastic we collected from just one beach. I also got to meet the partners that Sperry is teamed up with, and they filled me in on what they've got going on. Now we're heading over to the recycling center to see what happens next with all the plastic we collected.
Well, if they can turn recycled plastic into shoes, I'm getting all sorts of ideas. We're gonna start recycling a lot more around here at Invention Land.
Great. I can't wait to hear about them when I get back.
See you, Jackie.
Bye.
Jackie, we finished the beach cleanup. What do you think?
I just can't get over how many recyclable materials we recovered after just one cleanup.
It's pretty amazing, right?
It's insane.
Well, I'm really excited to show you the next phase of the process.
I can't wait to see
Let's
it.
go do it.
I'm so excited. So this is it.
This is it. This is our facility developed in partnership with Bionic. It's a really important part of this whole process of recovering ocean plastic, and it's really an important part of Waterkeeper Alliance's multi-pronged approach to dealing with plastics. I want to introduce you to the person who's in charge.
Okay.
And that's our Nicoya Peninsula Waterkeeper, Carolina.
Hi.
Welcome, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
I'm going to let you two chat because I've got more plastic to clean up off the beach.
Well, go ahead. Okay, have
Right.
fun.
Bionic and the local Waterkeeper organization here in Costa Rica, we created a partnership. We started working 3 years ago to make all this happen. So we're really excited right now to take Jackie through a tour of our facility so I can show her how we process the plastic here. First, we sort it into different categories, depending on the color, depending on the density, depending on if it's degraded or not. So the sorting is a very detailed process. Today, we're going to be processing plastic that came out from the beach cleanup that we had this morning.
Great.
In other weeks, we process plastic that has been consumed in businesses, tourism that comes and visit, houses that live here. So we have like a weekly normal plastic processing activity, but today it's mostly beach plastic that we're going to be processing.
Okay.
Beach plastic has been under the sun and in the water for quite some time, so it's degraded, and that type of plastic gets sorted into a lot of other categories: PET, clear PET, non-clear PET, degraded PET, first quality PET. There's a lot of categories.
I can't wait to see how all the different kinds get sorted.
Actually, the truck is coming in right now. This is what we collected this morning at the beach cleanup.
Oh, this is everything that we just picked up.
Yeah. And we're gonna sort it all in this facility, and I'll walk you through each step of the way. What we collected on the beach this morning was the perfect type of plastic to be made into quality threads.
So this is where all of the sorting actually takes place.
Exactly. So the bags get emptied here, and they start sorting by color and by different types of quality. For example, this is degraded beach plastic that goes over there. And this is very good quality beach plastic that goes in another bin.
So you're telling me that this ugly, degraded plastic can be turned into high-quality thread?
Exactly. Isn't that awesome?
Oh my God, that's phenomenal.
I know.
So I see that they're cutting holes in each of the bottles. Does that help with the process somehow?
Yeah, that's actually for when we bale it, it's gonna be easier. Baling is when we squish the plastic and we make a lot of volume into less volume and bigger weight. So you're shipping weight instead of volume. But before that, we need to weigh it.
Are we looking for a specific weight, or is whatever it is fine and then we just start going?
For the process to be efficient, we need a certain type of weight, like a standard,
Okay.
so we know how much we're shipping.
If you need to add more or take some away.
Exactly.
Got it. So how did this one do?
It was perfect.
Of course it was. It was mine.
So this is where we bail.
Okay, great. So how many times do you have to put in more plastic before it gets to a full bale?
It depends on each time. It goes down, it pressures, then it goes up. We fill it with more plastic, it goes down until we get to the exact weight that we need. So this is what comes out of the baler.
Wow. And when it's sorted like this, you can really see what comes from the beach and what comes from the community.
Yeah, it's just totally different. You know, you see the difference in quality. So these bales now get loaded into a truck and they get shipped.
5 plastic bottles that are gonna be turned into fabric that will be turning into my cute shoes. See you later. Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Tim, thank you so much for having me down here. I am dying to find out how the plastic bottles get turned into thread.
Okay, so those bales will then be loaded into a shipping container and they will be sent to a facility that we call for pelletizing. And that is like a refinement process where they're turned into little pellets, you know, millions of them.
Then what?
We send the pellets into the textile supply chain where they're extruded into fibers and spun into yarn. And then from there, they're woven or knit into fabric and then dyed and coated or laminated in whatever way is needed for the application.
So do you have other ways of collecting the plastic?
Our 2 primary ways of collecting the plastic are through marine environment cleanups, and the other one is through setting up these recycling systems and infrastructure throughout communities.
Got it. Tell me, how long have you been working with Sperry to develop the fabric for these amazing shoes?
We've been working with Sperry for about 1.5 years. About a third of that time has been in production. The texture, the look, the aesthetic, the performance, all those things. And I think they knew that it was a great match. We did too. And now, you know, we're off to the market and it's super exciting.
Well, in my humble opinion, I'm very glad that this relationship happened because these shoes are really cool.
I agree. I think they're amazing.
Tim, thank you so much for meeting with me. Now I'm gonna head up and visit Kate in Boston where I get to check out the rest of the retail line. I can't wait for the unveiling.
I'm jealous.
Well, I'll let you know how it is. Though I'm sure you'll hear about it on your own.
Yeah.
Good to see you. I just got back from Costa Rica, where I learned everything about how Sperry is making an impact and changing the fashion game. From collecting the plastic bottles to actually turning them into shoes. Now I'm here at the Sperry store in the Boston Natick Mall, where they're gonna give me a sneak peek of the entire collection. Hi!
Hey!
Oh, I'm so happy
Welcome.
to finally see these. This is so cool, guys. So tell me all about the collection.
So this is the first time anyone's actually seeing it, so it's really exciting for all of us.
So let's start with the original.
So Paul Sperry in 1935 created this shoe. So the story goes that Paul Sperry was walking his dog one day and kept slipping on the rocks. And then he was looking at his dog, Prince, who was managing to walk across the rocks and run without slipping. And so he looked at the dog's paw and noticed these kind of grooves in the dog's paw. So he mimicked that on the footwear itself and created the world's first boat shoe.
So these all come in my size, right?
Absolutely. Lots of colors, lots of different styles, so you can create a shoe for every single wearing occasion.
I love the detail. It's so nautical. George, you're gonna love these. I mean, I've got my hands on a pair of my own, but I know I can't leave here without bringing George a pair.
We thought of that, so we got you a pair. I hope you have a big bag. These are for George.
Wonderful. It looks like this packaging is different too.
It is. We've gone with 90% post-consumer recyclable materials with low adhesive, soy-based ink, and all a tab locking system, so there's no additional adhesives.
Pretty exciting stuff, guys. Thank you so much for having me along on the
Thank you so
ride.
much for coming.
Appreciate
I
it.
love the brand, and I love the mission, and I love all of it.
Great.
All right, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. We are so happy that we've partnered with Bionic and Waterkeeper, and they have been such great partners. We love giving them the footwear. I know all of the team in Costa Rica love the shoes, so it's really exciting to see. And don't forget, she took a pair for George, so she's definitely gonna need a bigger bag.
Or boat.
Or boat.
Hey, George.
Hey, Jackie.
I've got a surprise for you.
No way. You know I love surprises.
Your very own pair of upcycled plastic shoes.
Oh my gosh, I love them.
Hey, here's a fun fact. 5 water bottles went into the making of that pair of shoes.
I want to hear it all. Come on, what'd you find out there?
All right, well, besides being ridiculously cool, their design is based on the sail of a boat.
I can see that sail design in here. Jackie, these look awesome.
Yeah, so Sperry teamed up with these 2 companies. Waterkeeper Alliance and Bionic are responsible for the collection and sorting process of the plastic.
Okay.
Now, Bionic, they are the brains behind the engineering of the plastic to fabric conversion. It was honestly an excellent example of how when different companies come together, exciting solutions can be found for all the businesses involved and the planet.
You couldn't be more right, Jackie. And you know what? Eco-fashion, it's on the way up.
Oh, I agree.
I love them. Thanks, I'm gonna try them on.
You got it. Have fun, George.